Good morning, St. Francis. It is Tuesday, November the 10th, 2020. It is also the memorial of Pope St. Leo the Great, Pope of the 5th century, whose claim to fame was turning back Attila the Hun from sacking the city of Rome in the 400s. Many people, many groups had been sacking Rome left and right over the past centuries and decades. But Leo, because of his work, his acts of persuasion, his ability to persuade, his ability to argue Attila, was able to turn him away from another sacking of the city of Rome. Leo is also known to be great because of his concern for the poor, the downtrodden, and the marginalized who were left in the city of Rome after most of its central government had fled the city to move to better places to protect itself from marauding barbarians like Attila the Hun. Again, what Leo does in caring for the people of Rome is one of those great signs of what it means to be a church in the world, that which cares for the needs of others and cares for those who are less fortunate and most in need of help and assistance. That kind of understanding melds well, I think, with today's gospel, in which Jesus basically first says something that seems to be rather bizarre. Or where am I coming from first? I'm coming from the patio in the back of the rectory. It is sorely in need of some raking or blowing of leaves or whatever it is. Most of the trees have lost their leaves here. But back to the gospel. Today's gospel, again, seems really odd at first because it looks as though Jesus is saying that servants should just be servants and masters should just be masters, and never the twain shall meet. So servants should not come in from the field and take their place at the table. They should serve the master. And so it makes it look as though Jesus is becoming exclusive, and that Jesus is preaching this kind of hierarchy, within the world, that there are some who serve and some who live to, to be served. But that is not what Jesus is getting at. What Jesus is trying to tell us, again, is this problem that we as Americans especially perhaps have. And that is the sense in which we think that we deserve everything, that we merit everything, that we earn everything. Ridiculous philosophies like Jeremy Bentham, in the 1700s or the 1800s, basically talking about pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps, and being the people who can forge our own destinies, and work for our own gain and our own profit and create, self-made people left and right, may not necessarily always link well, with what it means to be a believer. Because to be a believer is a person who recognizes that we merit, deserve, earn nothing. Is that everything is gift. No more, no less. Life itself is the gift, is the first of the great gifts that we are given. But then everything that we experience in life is a gift. A gift of joy, a gift of wonder, but also perhaps a gift of challenge. To help us be people who don't take things for granted. To help us become people who recognize how special it is to receive what it is that we receive. And to hold it dear. And to revere it as something that is uniquely given to us to be put to good use. Use not only for ourselves, but hopefully for the benefit of others. To approach life in a way that is giftedness, that understands gift, is a way to free ourselves from all those constraints and bonds that make us think that we must do this, or we must gain this, or we must surpass this, or be better than that. Because that kind of life is a life that ends in nothing. It's a kind of life that goes down a dead alley and ends up disappointing us more. To be people who understand the giftedness of life, the giftedness of living, the giftedness of everything that we receive from God, is to live a life that shows greater appreciation and wonder for what it means to be a human being alive and embracing this world. And may the Lord give you peace.